we've got our final inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2019. What's going on out there, world? It's your boy Tommy on the spot for Watch Along Wrestling. Thanks so much for checking us out here today. If you like what you see, make sure you leave a big thumbs up and subscribe to Watch Along Wrestling, as it is WrestleMania week, and we are going to be right here live at the heart of the action. And of course, with news dropping at any moment. A little while ago, at the top of the hour, WWE has confirmed the final inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2019 through Sports Illustrated, who reported that Brutus, Brother Bruti, the Barber Beefcake, will be going into the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, I know there's some folks who like to joke about Brutus, partially due to the Bruce Pritchard podcast, but if we're being honest, he really was one of the more iconic characters of the 1980s, going from kind of a heel role and morphing into the Barber all the way back in WrestleMania 3, following the match between Roddy Piper and adorable Adrian Adonis, when Beefcake showed up and helped to chop the golden locks of the late great Adrian Adonis. So it's a really great honor, and I do think that Brutus deserves to be there. When you think of those characters from the 80s, early 90s, I think Brutus is always on that short list. So even though maybe he hasn't had some of the biggest, catch clan classics, so to speak, I think that Brutus deserves to be there, and I think that it'll be great to see Brother Bruti get his spot in the Hall of Fame. Obviously this year with no inductions, that does kind of, and they haven't really announced that yet, by the way, but that's kind of the report going around, is that there won't be any people actually inducting the folks into the Hall of Fame. Otherwise, I think Hogan would have made for a good choice there for Brutus, as those guys have always been kind of joined by the hip, and it does seem like more recently those guys have kind of been put back together. I know that Brutus just appeared at Hogan's Beat Shop down in Orlando. So that is going to do it for the Hall of Fame class. Brutus Beefcake, Honky Tonk Man, Degeneration X, the Hart Foundation, Harlem Heat, and Torrie Wilson are your class, which does mean that, and then Sue Atchison as well for the Warrior Award, which does mean that I think since they brought back the Hall of Fame, for the first time since they brought it back, there is no celebrity inductee into the Hall of Fame. Certainly had a couple of different people that could have put in. Could have gone with Cyndi Lauper, with her tie into the first WrestleMania in New York. Could have gone with Lawrence Taylor, the New York Giants great. I know LT's had some rough years, but certainly with the tie into New York, I thought maybe he would be a good choice to go in, but it seems like there will not be any inductee into the Hall of Fame. Also interesting to note that while two inductees, Chyna and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, will be inducted posthumously, they will have someone there on their behalf who's going in, who is still alive. And I think that has kind of been the theme of WWE recently, is they want this to be a day, to really honor those folks that are going in the Hall of Fame. But at the same time, I think they've shied away from kind of the more serious nature and kind of that more sad streak when it comes to, wrestlers passing away early on in life, or even when they've had, when Jake Roberts got up there and he made like a really serious speech, they did a silliness afterwards with Hornswoggle and El Torito to kind of lighten the mood. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how those guys are represented at the Hall of Fame. I will say it has been a lot of fun to be here with you guys each day that a new inductee has been announced for the Hall of Fame, to break that down for you guys, and to kind of take a minute to remember each one of these inductees as they're going into the Hall. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. And that's going to do it, guys. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about Brutus Beefcake going into the Hall of Fame. Do you think this is a worthwhile induction? Also, let me know who you're looking most forward to seeing in the Hall of Fame. Sorry to do this from the car, but this news just broke, and I wanted to make sure we got on here to discuss this with you guys quickly. Until next time, everybody, this has been Tommy on the Spot. You have a very great day.